will be Marlena Plesnirovic, and in the opposite slot will be Malvina Smarzek. And two Libros to choose from. Paulina Maj-Evart, who's currently the number 2 Libro, number 13 in the VNL. Expect to see her in action for most of the match. But also Maria Stenzel, number 8, is available if required. And now for the Netherlands, who will make their way out onto court, starting with number 7. Juliette Lewis will be going through the middle, followed by the captain, Laura Diekma. She'll be setting, number 14. Number 18, Marit Jasper, will be going through the outside, and it's good to see the return of Nika Dalderop, number 19, who's suffering from shin splints, so has been rested, but now back and fully fit. Annick Myers, number 21, will be going through the opposite slot. And last, but by no means least, it will be Eline Timmerman, number 31, going through the middle. So no place on court at the moment for Nicole Uri-Lutikas, number 17, but no doubt we will see her in action. And the starting Libro will be Kerstin Knip, number 1, Myrthe Scoot, number 9, being rested. This is how Poland are lining up. Smarzek is at position 4, Plesnirovic is in position 1 in the backcourt. It is again another big lineup for Poland. It's their biggest, tallest, strongest lineup as they look to go against what is a pretty tall and strong Netherlands lineup as well. The only shorter player really, Jasper, will have a work cut out against the tall block. Jasper starting at position 4, Dalderop is starting at position 1. Ready to go, just waiting for the referee to get this one going. It's Poland in the white and red serving. It is the Netherlands in the orange and blue receiving. This is match day 3 from week 2 of the FIVB Women's Volleyball Nations League here in the Netherlands, and it is the host side that get the first point. The 16-team round-robin preliminary tournament being played all over the world, with the top 6 going through to the finals in China. And if China aren't in that top 6, then it would be the top 5 plus China who are there as hosts. Big swing from Stysiak. The first of many from her. It's a very nice dig from Diekma, who held her ground in base position to deal with that quick attack, but no one able to deal with that attack from Stysiak. Stysiak now back to the serving line. It's got a good jump serve on her when she gets it right. That's well passed by Dalderop. Quick ball out for Jasper, but an easy pick-up here for Poland. Although that was a little wide for Smarzek to get real heat on it, but it's got to come back cross-court. Free ball here for Poland, and a better opportunity. Oh, good pick from Knip. Another chance here. Smarzek, this time off the block, and it works. Such a great view to see the rally being played from end on. You get to see just how quickly that ball is released by the setters and how hard the blockers and defenders have to work to try and shut it down. Stysiak will serve again. Just a slight, well, a big miscontrol, unfortunately, for Myers. Might make this Stysiak's 3rd serve, so Poland should be on 3-1. Sure, the scores will get itself right at the moment. The scores table shows 3-1, indeed so do the stats now, and in fact we'll make that 4-1, a double touch against the Netherlands. Hardly any arm swing from Stysiak to get back, to bring her arms back to get her up into the ball. It's an area of her game that she can certainly improve on. It will get her better height, get her into a really good position and enable her to generate even more torque and power and speed through the ball. Poland have a lot of big athletes, and they have, as a result of that, slight technical issues that the smaller athletes in volleyball just cannot afford to have, given that they need the right technique to be able to get higher off the floor to give themselves better opportunities to deal with what's in front of them. Kakulevska, another player whose arm swing is not as good as it could be, but when you're 1m96, you can get away with it. Good hustle here from Poland. They're getting out wide. Unfortunately, Smarcek, who's the player responsible for lining up the block for Poland, went too wide. Efimienko's trying to close the gap between her and Smarcek, and as a result, she then opens up. It doesn't close it properly enough because Smarcek went so wide, but it went in between her and Smarcek. Marek Jasper with the serve. Nicely played, a little bit tight, but Efimenko did very well to adjust. Made sure she hit the ball and not the net, as she was very close to it. Good up from Stysiak. This will be a down ball for Poland, dealt with. Oh, good covering. That's brilliant covering from the libero. And again. Oh, what a shame. Stenzel in, making a great covering play, and then unfortunately wasn't able to get her hips far enough under the ball to keep it in play for the second time. Really good swing from Grabber, the second time of asking to put the ball away. In fact, it was Dalderop who got the ball on the floor. Plesnirovic just keeps it in play. And there's a mismatch here. Dalderop can go over Plesnirovic, which she does. And the Netherlands take a point. Sometimes volleyball is very, very simple. Set the tall girl who jumps high to go over the shorter girl who can't get a high enough block. Same in the men's game. Grabber was a bench player in the previous game. Was Natalia Medrick, who was given the nod as the outside hitter to go alongside Stysiak. As Poland bed in this rotation of what is their tallest team, pretty much. Oh, and that is a massive block. Efimienko, who has been was on the bench also yesterday as Witowska, and Alagierska were given the nod, but you can see why there's a whole host of options for Jacek Nawrocki with his blockers.
I don't care so much about the position because they are playing fast. First, we serve too easy. I said on number 9, but we really serve precise on number 9. She doesn't have to move. Make her move, make your serve. Also, the other they can receive. It's important that they stay off the net, and then we can touch and block because we are too early on the eyeball. Wait a bit, but the position is good. So keep going out. Let's go.
Again, simple stuff for the Netherlands. Alessandra Beltrami saying, yeah, I want you to serve on number 9, but don't serve at her because then it's too easy. We have to make her move. And those of you that have been watching the previous 2 days and have been watching Stysiak would probably agree that her passing isn't the best part of her game. She is an opposite player by trade and is kind of learning the passing as she's going along. So she's certainly the weaker of the 3 passes that Poland are putting out, and is an area which Netherlands will want to exploit. Stysiak's not found any hands. Forced error from Poland. Diekma back to the serving line. Netherlands block did a very good job to slow that ball down, but the covering behind it wasn't quite up to speed. Nip unable to chase after it. Have to change your footwork. When you're a defender behind a block and you can see that the block has sealed what it needs to, you're not going to get a hard hit at you because the block's taking that away. Especially if you're behind on that cover, you then have to change your footwork to what's best described as a second serve in tennis stance. In other words, the ability to go and chase after the ball if it's short or it's moving around. That was good work from Timmerman. Delderop. Oh, that's a good swing. Stysiak knocking that one straight into Knip. He says, I'm fine. Well, that'd have been going out. So it wasn't caught Nip. Plesnirovic with the serve. It's a good serve, Delderop. Got caught by that one. Overpassed and dealt with by Poland's block. Diekma can't go up and play it because he's a backcourt player. Timeout called by the Netherlands.
Stay down, stay low, keep the ball off, and now we play. Open if you can, we'll be the block like before. Deep like you did before, it's a good solution. We have to come out for this, put pressure on them in serving, and then we start to serve now like that. As long as we can play our volleyball. Go! Let's go! Na pipa czekamy, to przejście do lewego, tu do prawego, jest wolna piłka. Go! Ball!
Touch. Oh, great angle. Stysiak was square onto the net, a little bit square, and she's trying to hit away from her body, and she's done it very well. Plesnirovic will serve again. This is a good run from Poland. Delderop struggling a little bit. That's a little bit inside. And would you believe it? Netherlands have come up with that point. Poland with an ill-disciplined block. Especially from Smarcek and Kakulewska, they have the ability to get their hands across the net immediately as they get above it. It was a feature of the USA's play when Karatskirai decided, right, we're going to work on our blocking, and he did. He made them no second movements. Everything that got above the net went across the net, and they had an absolutely brilliant time. And it was the World Championships where they then went on to win it, and it was in part down to their blocking, their defence. They've been working for months and months and months on that particular area, and it's so important. You get your hands up, you get across. And that was a really good play from Smarcek to get that one down the line. If you have a second movement when you're blocking, in other words, if you jump up and then press, then you have issues. That's more like it from Kakulewska. Straight across the net, one movement into the space, closing down the gap between her hands and the ball and reducing the angles. That's how you block. Always tricky for Diekma because when you set the quick ball, the ball should come out of your hands twice as fast as it goes in. because it is a quick play and it's got to be a quick action. Unfortunately for Digma, she's chasing that ball and can't put any energy into it. Easy for me to say. And as you can see, it didn't get to the middle attacker in time. Timmerman couldn't really have a swing on it. That was Lois, who's now trying again. Myers tried to miss the block, which she's done, but at the same time has avoided the court. Into the technical timeout, and Poland with a big lead here. Errors from the Netherlands, service pressure from Poland, and they lead by 8. Eline Timmerman has had a very good VNL so far. In fact, she is one of the very few players across the VNL in week 2 who has yet to miss a serve. Now that is a really good feat. She scored 2 points so far in this match through the middle, but she's only ever going to be as good as the pass when you're a middle blocker, because you need a good pass to be able to be a threat and run the middle. If you don't have that, you're going to be in trouble. As Bas van der Goor just reading out someone's won something in the audience. Bas van der Goor, previous middle blocker for the men's national team. Well, that's an easy lead for Poland. Oh, has it come off the block? It has. Well, no, it hasn't. Poland said, no, didn't touch that. Absolutely not me. And we're going to challenge. So the VNL has got the challenge system throughout it. It will be in every match across the men's and the women's. And the Hawkeye responsible for that. And it means that the coaches can challenge decisions. Can challenge, you get 2 challenges per set, and if you get them right, keep them. Get one wrong, you lose it. Get the next one wrong, you lose it. You can challenge block touch, you can challenge ball in or ball out, you can challenge ball up or ball down. So did it hit the floor, did someone's hand get underneath it? You can challenge for foot faults on the serving line, the 3-meter line where the players are huddled now, and the centre line, and that's not touched anybody. And you can also challenge for 4 touches, which sometimes gets called. In other words, did the block actually get a touch on the ball? And I think that's pretty much everything you can challenge. Although coaches will try and challenge just about everything they can. Try and find ways of looking at other things that might be going on. What it has meant for the Volleyball Nations League is there are only 2 line judges now, and they're actually referred to as end court judges, which is why you're not seeing anybody on the corners. And the end court judges are there primarily to help the first referee with block touches. But in terms of whether or not the ball is in or out, it's up to the more responsibility now on the first referee to make those calls. And the change for the Netherlands, Indy Bayerns has come in as an opposite player, and Myers has gone to the bench. This end on camera, you can see the end court judges and what they're doing. It does free up the cameras to get a very good view of the line as well now. Nicely done, Smarcek off the block and away. Poland cruising to this first set. Netherlands call another timeout. They have none left now, took one at 7:11.
Deep in one. You have to deep in one. The defense against every position forward with 2 person here, 2 person here, 1 here, and 1 here. So there's a lot of space here. Also, long shot. We have to come out of this situation with the smartest thing we can do. We don't have to kill them. It's okay that we try. We need to get the rhythm for the next set. Try. If we cannot try, deep where there's space. Look where there's space. We can go 60%. Let's score a point. Go!
The important part of what Beltrami was saying, as we get another look at that block, which rattled around, was that building the rhythm for the next set. He's he knows, as much as the team knows, that they are so far behind, it's unlikely that they're going to win this set. But what they can do is score some points, get a rhythm, and get some momentum that they can try and take into the beginning of the next set to get ahead and go on and take that one. And also talking about hitting smart, telling them where their space in mid-court, although Stysiak's doing well to shore that up, playing 6 high at the moment for Poland. And nothing's getting past the block. Grabber and Kakulewska making sure. Oh, this could call a net touch. And she's going to say, no, I didn't touch the net. So they're going to challenge that. Kakulewska does very rarely make a net touch because she's a player, when she stands with her hands up in the air, they're above the height of the net. So unless somebody jumps into her, and she's the one actually who's moving out wide into the ring players, it's not often that she'll make a net touch. Be interesting to see whether it is her shirt or something that she hasn't realised. Those two realised there was something on the big screen. And there is a part of the body that can touch the net. Those of you new to the game and not sure, you can touch the net with a part of your body and it's not a fault. And that would be, for those of you that haven't just shouted at the telly, your hair, which is more prevalent in the women's game with the ponytail. So if you whip around to follow the ball and your ponytail hits the net, that's not a fault. However, if the ball was to hit your ponytail as it was going out, that is a fault. It would be classed as a touch. Celeste Plack, who's not been selected for this week of the VNL, is got a very, very big hairdo. And in fact, there was a very good shot from the World Grand Prix a couple of years ago from the end on, where the ball suddenly disappeared. She was up blocking, and you had the view of the back of her, and suddenly the ball disappeared. It's like, where'd it go? And it came right through her hair and emerged out the other side. And she's like, well, I didn't touch it. And then it was shown on the replay, and quite clearly she had. Expect to see Celeste Plack back in action as the Volleyball Nations League progresses for the Netherlands. A really important opposite player for them. Also, Sluicies should be back in action soon, and De Kruijf. There is a whole bunch of players that... Well, it's the ball that's touched the net, and that sometimes can be what can, at first glance, mislead, because it's the ball catches the net, the hands are close, but they haven't touched the net, and quite rightly, Kakulewska knew that she hadn't done it. So a challenge successful for Poland. And their 10-point lead is intact. Stysiak ready to go with her jump serve. It's curious why the coaches want to stand that close to the side of the court. Players will be able to hear them perfectly well if they're a bit further away, and also if they're not careful they could actually get run into. I have seen that happen, player backing out to go and hit and suddenly run into the coach. Although Alessandra Beltrami in your picture wanted to get a good view of what's going on. Oh, that's a dodgy set, and you could tell it was a double. It didn't go where it was meant to go. Referee letting it go anyways. It sailed out. So change for the Netherlands, and Udi Lutekus, who we previewed at the start of this game and we expected to start, now getting her chance to come in and try and turn things around here for the Netherlands as Marit Jasper goes to the bench. Tough serving again from Poland, putting the Netherlands out of system. And Udi Lutekus trying to miss the block, tries to play it deep. Well, that's good to see. Diekma, the captain and most experienced player on court, just getting the girls together and just looking to calm them down and say, okay, let's go. Side out this one. Let's just build from here. Forget what's just happened. Let's move on. And that's the issue that Stysiak has. Because of her lack of arm swing, doesn't really get up into the air, put her hips through and bring her shoulders through. You can see she's a little bit hunched over. She leads with her shoulders a bit, lost her height because it's all arm swing she's trying to generate the power from on that jump serve by actually trying to get it through. So likelihood for her of shoulder injuries, and certainly nicks in that area. Nice work by the Netherlands with a good block from them. It's a monster block. Wisniewicz was running to try and get to that. It was way inside. Nice blocking for the Netherlands. And they've got a run of points here, so a chance now getting that momentum, getting that rhythm going. Bayens coming up with the point from the serving line. The Netherlands now should be playing carefree because the set is gone. But those are the sort of things they could do without, because it just lets the Poland completely off the hook. Whatever kind of pressure they were looking to build just disappeared with that. On comes Rozanski. Grabber's gone to the bench. Rozanski getting a little run out. Such is the lead. The head coach Jacek Nawrocki allowing the youngster to come on and have a go through 4. That's a top swing from Luis. That didn't last very long. Rozanski's time on court was very brief indeed, just a blocking roll that didn't work. Nice from Smarcek, made sure Diekma played it, so a non-setter having to play the ball. Brilliant pick-up by Stenzel. Oh, and a monster swing. That's a super spike from Stysiak on the pipe to bring up set points. Watch Stysiak 9, top of the picture. A little bit of covering, then realises, right, I can be on this one. Starts to make her move, and bang. Oh my, indeed, from the substitutes. Smarcek's gone off, and Nowiczka's come in. Nowiczka's a setter. Now Bocek's come on, and that means that the setter Plesnirowicz has gone off, so setter's in a double substitution. It's the setter who's serving now, Nowiczka. And a big front row again for Poland. Is that landed in? Not quite. Great position for Nowiczka to come into. Massive lead like this, just needing one side out, 3 hitters to choose from in the front row, plus a pipe attack. So long as there's a good ball in from this from Luis, Poland should side out. It is a decent ball, and that's a sensible swing to send it out to Bocek, and even though she's just come on court, gets it off the block and out. Poland take the first set, 25-13. Well, that's not what the Netherlands were expecting in front of the home fans, but just what Poland wanted. Let's have a look at the highlights. One of the other things that Hawkeye can provide is plenty of statistics around what's been going on, and one of them is the spike contact points for both teams. This is where the percentage of attacks have happened, and it's mostly on the left-hand side. So Poland have been sending the ball out wide to the outside hitters at position 4. And look at that. Practically everything for the Netherlands has gone out there, and nothing through the middle, although we did see one little B quick, which probably just snuck into that left side, maybe, in terms of attacks. They did run the middle twice because middle blocker Timmermans got two attacks through the middle. And she does have one of them we could say was a slide behind, perhaps, and Lois also. And they do say there are lies, damn lies, and statistics. And as with all the statistics in volleyball and every other sport that you look at them, they don't give you the whole picture. They do tell you part of the story. You then have to use that information to address areas and look at what's going on, because you can't rely on them solely to get I'm not sure, but I think Nowitzka just seen some family members all shouting out her name. It's such a joy when you are representing your country and friends and family come to watch you play, or your club sides and whatever else come to support you. It is the best feeling in the world. And there is nothing better than playing volleyball in front of the home fans. And anyone who's played at the high level will tell you that, at any sport, and particularly when you get to the likes of a World Championships or Olympic Games, to represent your country in your country at an event like that, and there's nothing quite like it. Good swing from Dalderop to get the second set underway and get the point for the Netherlands after getting the ball into transition. Good touch from Udi Lutikus, who's substituted in the first set, kept her place for the start of the second. Indy Bayens back on court, and in fact Indy Bayens coming on to replace Myers as well, so good work from Dalderop to get that one down. Stisiak had made the first move, couldn't make the second one. Good covering. Smarchek works the block. Just telling Stencil what a good job she did to make that pickup, which allowed Smarchek then to get in position to swing on the 10. Net touch called against Stisiak. And this is the start that the Netherlands wanted in this set. Oh, great blocking. It's a monster block for the Netherlands. Well, it may have been, I think it was Diekma. No, it's Bayens who gets the better of Smarchek. Brilliant work from her. Oh, that's a massive swing from Stisiak, who has a little look just to make sure, because had the hands not come up then, that would have been very, very painful indeed. Poland currently stuttering their way through this second set. That was unlucky. Into the bottom of the net, it did come back out, but unfortunately for Diekma, chasing it like an amateur chasing a squash ball, instead of trying to wait for it to come off of the net. Quality from Dalderop. Good ball in from Udi Luticus. Dalderop with a brilliant swing, 4-4. Netherlands are doing a really good job of shutting down Smarcek. Dalderop just not quite deep enough on that play to chase the ball down and get a decent contact on it. Poland will take the point. It's a top swing there from Grabber, who knew she had a big block against her. Very good single block continuation, though it is. Smarcek late to react. You have to think defense before you can think offense, and if Smarcek had it in her head that she was going to be perhaps having a swing before the ball had even been dug after it come off the block. Just looking at her movement, yes, her movement was to suggest she was about to start to go behind her and get into position for a swing. Oh, big hit, Stysiak on the pipe. It's from Greiber. Udi Luticus up against three blockers. Oh, and she's managed to get the better of all of them. It was a good serve because there's a lot of traffic in front of Udi Luticus, but she's managed to wipe that ball off of Stysiak and away into the technical timeout. Netherlands have the lead.
Stay high at your space, 5-6 or 6-1, always like this. Make it clear at the first touch, so move your feet a little more. Get closer to the ball, we keep it higher, and then we make speed like this. You can play low, also when the ball is little off the net.
Mika Dalderop has been making an impact already.
Go a little deeper in attack.
It was a shame that she couldn't finish her game against
Go.
Brazil, because many felt that the Netherlands would have won that one. In the end, they were beaten by Brazil, but they were doing brilliantly with Dalderop in, but she had to leave the court where shin splints were playing her up and couldn't continue it for the rest of the match. They've settled down to allow her to play in this one. 5 points already for her in the match. That's a good serve, but what a good pass that is. That allows Timmerman a swing through the middle. Mick putting in an excellent ball off of a tough serve. Massive block for the Netherlands. Just what they needed. Timmerman putting that one down. Luticus with the serving error. Poland now move into their biggest lineup. Leśnierowicz with the serve. And you've got Smarcek, Stysiak and Kakulewska at the net for Poland. It's going to be difficult for the Netherlands to score. And it's into transition here. Smarcek down the front of the block. An opportunity now for Poland to get back into this set. Good work putting that into where Timmerman was coming, and she didn't get across the net, so couldn't keep it from coming over. Leśnierowicz to serve again. Oh, it's a good serve. Good touch. Stenzel trying to give Smarcek a route to have a swing, but it was just too tight to the net. Unlike against Bulgaria, where that would have worked, Netherlands have got a much higher block, a much more disciplined block than Bulgaria were able to put up. Well, it's good defense, and extraordinarily, Stysiak hasn't been able to keep it in play. Look at number 9, Stysiak, left of the picture. Ball's volleyed, and oh, she was off as if she's going to go and have a hit or something. Not keyed into what was going on. Timeout called by Poland.
Nie może być tak, że każda piłka teraz, jak już nie mamy przyjętej, to nie wyprowadzamy. To jest ważniejsze niż atak. Go!
Go! Bravo! Let's go!
Jacek Nawrocki not happy with the way his team are playing. That was pretty evident, wasn't it, from the way he was talking to them. It does seem a little bit lackluster, though. The players who are not directly touching the ball, not really engaged in what's going on and linking in properly. You have to play in the now in volleyball. You can't think 2 or 3 touches ahead. It's not like a game of snooker. That ball is moving. You have to deal with what's happening right now. Fortunately for Timmerman, that ball being taken away from where she was going. Nice blocking, Smarcek, Kakulewska. Smarcek had no clue where that had gone, but closed her eyes on impact. Really important when you're blocking. We talk about getting your hands across the net, but you've also got to see what's happening. You have to watch the spiker hit the ball so that you know where it's gone once it hit your hands or hits the player next to you's hands, or you see where it's gone on the roll shot. Another point for Poland. They're back to within 1. Warning bells for the Netherlands. And they've called a timeout.
Go stick and you play stick or ball back because they're following the middle. Go, go, let's go. We need to side that. Go, let's go.
Dobre zejście. Reagować na wąskie piłki. Go!
Sometimes you call the timeout for exactly that reason, and in your mind you're trying to disrupt the server. But over the long run of a season, statistics have shown that calling timeouts in those situations don't actually have any real effect. Although difficult to argue that when you've just seen it kind of work then for the Netherlands. Oh dear, Stisiak not finding the court. And the Netherlands open up a 3-point lead. Too many innocent bystanders at the moment for Poland. Smarchek case in point on this play. Kakolewska goes up to have the swing. Smarchek, watch her, she just stood watching, she wasn't covering. Nice blocking from the Netherlands. Smarchek had just stopped on that, she's watching. If she'd have continued in to cover, that would have been kept in play. Alekieska's come in to replace Kakolewska. One middle for another. Not often you see Kakolewska get taken off. Nice work, Smarchek. So the captain to the bench for the moment. That's landed in. Netherlands were trying to get block out because it was very tight to the net. Just didn't get enough on that ball. So Alekieska now back to serve. Poland 2 behind. Tricky little rotation this for the Netherlands because you've got Luis running across the 3 passes. And she's done it again. She ran right across Uda Lutikas as that ball is coming in, to try and get into a position to have to be available for the A-quick. Instead of just waiting in between the 2 passes, and then she can go in and hit a B or something like that. So in fact, Uda Lutikas gets the hook, and in comes Hester Jasper. But she's going to have a similar problem here with number 7, Luis, running across her as that ball is being served. Alekieska probably going to go after her. Does indeed. Netherlands get their side out, and that's why Luis is trying to get all the way across, because she wants to be able to run an attack from the right side of court. Second technical timeout. Netherlands lead by 2, but it's Poland who lead by 1 set to nothing. That ball hit 2.80 meters. The net height is 2.24 meters.
We stay open and we don't care so much about the middle. Attention about deep.
The best attacker, the best scorer of this tournament so far, the VNL in week 2, is Smarchek, number 17. She's not had a lot to do in this game. Such has been the tough serving from the Netherlands, but as ever, very, very effective and the go-to player for Poland. Just 22 years of age. Fast becoming one of the top opposite players in the world of volleyball. Eight points, 6 spikes, and a couple of blocks. Dowler up now with the serve. Everything was drifting away to the left-hand side. Poland just helped everything, helped that ball continue on its journey. Pomienko with the error. Good touch. Free ball for Poland. That almost caught Poland by surprise. As it is, they'll take the point. Ben's trying to put it in the corner. Didn't quite happen. Well, no carry called against Smarcek, so that's a brilliant dig from her. But 6 needs to be a little bit deeper for Poland here. And the 3 defenders all on the same shoulder line. That's a really good swing from the Netherlands. And super spike from Delderop. Good touch that from Smarcek. But all to no avail in the end. Poland getting their quick attack working. Grabber with the serve. Nice blocking. You cannot overstate the importance of a tough serve in volleyball. Reduces the options of the side-out team. Makes it a little bit more easy for the block to get into position. Stysiak slowing down and shutting down Ludicus.
But if you do like this, nobody's covering there. Either you do like this in this direction for cover, or you spike to point, or remember what we did in the beginning of the set. 6-1, 5-6 long, deep in the middle of the court, they have a lot of cover, and we go blocking. Trust in our blocking D. Go, go, go! Let's go!
The Orange has yet to really shine here in the Omnisport. Still, though, 1 point ahead here in this second set. Signing out to go 2 in front if they can. And they will do as the ball rattles around the block. Nicely done by Ludicus. Oh, good pick up from Knip. And a good pick up from Smarcek. It's a bit low. Stysiak can only tip it. Better chance now maybe for Poland. Smarcek. Brilliant. Quality swing from Smarcek. And a very, very good set from Plesnirovic to allow that to happen. That's a really good pick up from Knip. Good pick up from Diekma. And a wonderful swing from Smarcek. Well done from Indy Bayens. Oh, well done from Plesnirovic, who now gets back into position. And Smarcek rattles it off the block. Really fantastic piece of individual play from Plesnirovic, the setter. Ran all the way out to the left side of court to make that block. And then was able to get the ball and send it to Smarcek to get the point. Chance here for, oh, that won't be happening. And they might get a chance again though, because it wasn't put on the floor by Indy Bayens. It should have been. It should have been. 21-19 instead. It's going to be, it is 20 all. Shoulda, woulda, coulda. Ifs, buts and maybes. And the outcome is Smarcek has the point. And it's placed Nirovic, who goes back to serve. And what a time now for this really strong rotation for Poland to be at the net. And it nearly worked. But it's a really, really good swing from the Netherlands to get that ball off of Smarcek's block and out of play. Good ball from Stenzel. Oh, that's a great pickup. Close to being in or out, difficult. But it's the Netherlands who have control of this rally now, and they'll take the point. It's a big point to get as well as they open up a 2-point lead right at the business end of this set. Poland call the timeout.
Dziewczyny, kompletnie nic innego, jak tylko starać się ją dokładniej wystawić i mieć tą sytuacyjną piłkę do ataku. Tylko to. Resztę pracujemy na czapie, tak jak do tej pory. Uwaga na te skosy, uwaga na skosy. Jak jest Marley, gdyby była z przodu, to wtedy podwajamy po prostej. Go! Gol! Let's go! Let's go!
Clever play from Smarcek, knew the block was in front of her, knew she didn't have a swing, but also knew that there was space down the line. Medrick is on for Stysiak. This is a serving substitution and also a defending and passing substitution. Great dig from Udi Lutikus. And a clever play from Daldrop. Didn't hit it hard, just rolled it in. And the Netherlands are on course to take this set. That's a massive dig from Udi Lutikus. Bayens to serve. Looking for touches, not been given. Will Poland challenge? Yes, they will. A long look at this one. That's not a touch, not from that view anyway. Agreed with by the challenge referee. Set point for the Netherlands, crowd right behind their team. Oh dear. A rush of blood then on that serve. Bayens can see the funny side of it. A couple of chances now then inside out for the Netherlands to get this one done. Graberov. Brzezinski in. Oh, a bit of a wobble for the Netherlands. Second set point is saved. And Sebring has come on for the Netherlands. Off the court has gone Indy Bayens. Sebring, you'd fancy, should be a target here. But she's not! Oh, it's an ace serve! That is fantastic! Alaga, where did that come from? Incredible serve. And Sandra Beltrami can't believe it. The Dutch fans can't believe it. It's now the race to get two clear to take this set, and Poland are going to have a swing here to bring up set point themselves. Good up from Udi Lutikas. Massive block though. Efimienko and Smarcek. What a turnaround for Poland. From 24, 22 down, they're now 25-24 up. Dalderot blocked back into her shoes. More trouble here for the Netherlands. Oh, brilliant. Dalderot finds a way through. And the Netherlands survive set point against them. Ryber back in. Off goes Brzezinski. Sebring's gone off, and Bayens has come back on for the Netherlands. It's all happening. Dalderot with the serve. Advantage with Poland. If they side out, they've got a second set point chance. Excellent ball in. Options here. Smarcek. Oh, she cut too much off that one. She may well have done. They might challenge it. She didn't hit through it. She's hit at 3 o'clock on the ball, if you looked at it as a clock face, and as she's done that, she's put the spin on. That's helped it go so close to being out, possibly is out. If she'd have just hit through it and took on the fringe of the block, could have been a very different story. Is it in? Is it out? It's out! Advantage back with the Netherlands. Dalderot will serve. Set point again for the Netherlands. Smarcek tips it. That could be trouble. It is trouble. Huge trouble for Poland, because the Netherlands have just taken the set. 27-25. It's all square here in Apeldoorn. That is a really, really good comeback for the Netherlands. Had Poland taken that set, it could well have been all over. Incredible second set, which the Netherlands have scraped through to take. Let's have a look at the highlights. was a very, very exciting end to set number 2. It looked like the Netherlands were going to blow it. They didn't. Here are the spike hit points for the Netherlands. Red volleyballs are ones that were hit down the line, and the green ones hit cross court. 54% cross court. Now you could then take that and say, right, for the rest of the match we're going to block cross court, and then you might find that you're going to make block. And even this one, look at that, Poland, 71% of their spikes were cross court. So you may be thinking then, certainly that's a big influence on where you're going to be blocking. And say, well, if we block everything now, cross court, and they do the same thing, 71% of the time we're going to get touches, we're going to make points. There are, of course, other factors to that. Was the ball inside? Was it fast? Who was hitting it? Whereabouts were they coming in on their approach? And so on. But it's certainly those kinds of real-time information that the coaches are getting. And also, depending on which rotation. So it might be that 71% of the time went cross-court. And actually, for Smarchek, she hit 80% of her attacks cross-court, in which case you might just say, right, against Smarchek, we're definitely going to throw everything cross-court at her, shut that down, and we'll sit on the line. If she can hit anything hard down the line, we'll deal with it. At set point, she hit the ball out down the line, didn't she? So there's all kinds of information that's going on, that's being taken, that's being used to help develop a game plan over and above the one that the teams have already brought to the court. Third set about to get underway. It's been a very exciting match so far here in Apeldoorn at the Omnisport. Plesnirovic will serve for Poland. It's 1-1 here. Kakolewska back into the action for Poland in the middle. Smarchek drills that one cross court. It's very much now a standard play that when the setter digs the ball, they dig it to the libero, who then puts the ball up for the attack. And a good example of that with that replay. Excellent ball in. Kakolewska just dragged to her right as she makes this block, which opened up the space inside. And Stysiak was still moving as the ball was being played. That's good for Kakolewska. Having substituted out in the last set, starts the third. She gets her first swing of the set. Huge impact for Kakolewska. It's funny, isn't it, how sets kind of just build and build. You get a few points like that, but at 3-1 doesn't really mean a great deal. It all gets really exciting once we get from 16. Start moving towards that 25-point mark. That's a really good play as that pinballs around Netherlands defense, and Poland come again. Kakolewska again. There's a one-woman points machine right now. Really good work to keep it in play, but always on the back foot, the Netherlands. And then Kakolewska in to bury the ball. Give Poland the point. Stysiak to serve. Bayern's back to the serving line. Plesnirovic is back court. And she's been called for a net touch, as opposed to playing it on the side of the Netherlands. Netherlands will serve again. That's a better ball in. Here, the grunt of Graver as she got up to swing on that ball, tightening her abdominals, breathing out to generate the speed and power she wanted. Brilliant. Diekma is the queen of the second ball over from anywhere. You have to key in on the setter's touch, particularly against Diekma, because if you don't, you get punished. Weber was looking for hands. The only hands she found were in the crowd. They're challenging it. Weber's not overly convinced she got the block. To wait and see what Hawkeye say and show. Not even close. But you could, that was what she was trying to do, but it just didn't quite happen. Excellent serve from Dalderop. That's got Poland scrambling. Netherlands into transition. Not the best of sets from Diekma. Now gives Poland a chance. The side out taken. Bayens let that one go. Poland were under the cosh in that rally. They managed to get the side out and take the point. Big swing from Luis. Netherlands level up. Another point for the Netherlands. They have now edged themselves in front. Oh dear, more errors for Poland, and Netherlands now have a 2-point lead. We'll go to the first technical timeout. Netherlands in the ascendancy. If you want to get involved on social media, then you can do at FIVB Volleyball, hashtag VNL, hashtag Volleyball, hashtag be part of the game. And you can download the FIVB Volleyball TV app and catch all of the matches that are happening across the Women's Volleyball Nations League, and also catch all the matches when the Men's Volleyball Nations League starts, which will be in a few days' time. In fact, it starts tomorrow. Of course, the best thing that you can possibly do, if you have the opportunity and the Volleyball Nations League has come to your town or city, is go and watch it. Get yourself in the audience, be part of the game. If you don't have that option, then of course you're in the right place right now, watching it on TV or whatever it is you're watching it on. Smarcheck finds a way through Timmerman and Tudiluticus's block. Oh, good play. That's come off Smarcheck as it goes out. Forced error from Stysiak. Block's done really well on both sides. Smarcheck is dug by Diekma. That's a great dig from her. Free ball again for Poland. 2 front court options, 2 back court options. Slide behind is good enough in the end. Poland kept on knocking and eventually they were allowed in. It looked like it was in the corner, but unfortunately, looks can be deceiving. However, they are going to challenge it. From that angle, it looks less likely it was in. Oh dear me, doesn't get any closer than that to being in. That is a hair's breadth. Oh, massive block. A monster for Tudiluticus over Smarcheck. Fabulous. Good pickup. Netherlands have done their homework against Poland with their middle attacks because they made a lot of digs off Kokolewska and also off Efimienko and Alagierski. When they've gone through the middle, they've adjusted their base position slightly and making some really good touches. The base positions are the starting positions before they move for the wall that goes wide, and it's another block here for the Netherlands. They are racing away with this third set. Timeout by Poland.
Stańmy, spróbujmy wypracować tą piłkę do Magdy spokojnie. układasz się, nie śpieszysz, później trzymasz kierunki. Przypominam, że jest blokout, że jest piłka, że rozchodzą ci się całą tą do środka, wrzuta. Okej? Pracujemy, jedziemy. Gol!
We're just 100 spectators short of a full house here at the Omnisport. And that's because the 100 are trying to find somewhere to park. It is sold out. That's better. That's exactly where Kakolewska has to go, deep to the corners to 1 and 5 to get past what has been a very good defensive unit for the Netherlands. Every time she's tried to hit a little bit shorter, she's been dug. Plesnirovic with the serve. Poland now into their really strong blocking rotation. Oh dear, Plesnirovic not acting quickly enough to get to that. May have been slightly off-put by the movement of Stenzel, the libero. Once you commit, you have to go. Nice work by the Netherlands. It's a very good volley. Oh, smart check again. She did that last time, didn't she? Close to the net like that against Uda Lutikas as well. And Uda Lutikas knows that this is a likely option. She's at 6. And she doesn't play that ball. She's been beaten twice like that now. Oh, brilliant pickup by Stenzel. Massive, massive block by Kakolewska. A monstrous block from her in the middle. First one tried to go off of Graeber. The second time, Lyons has tried to go cross-court and has been denied. Oh, that's a top block. Graeber's so good at those on the one-on-ones. Slightly telegraphed by Digma. She likes to show that. She's going behind that big wide base she had. And then Graeber got in rhythm, got across, took away the angle. Excellent block. Timeout Netherlands.
Keep them in the block again. Let's go!
Just get a view of the velodrome just around the outside of this Omnisport. It is a multi-purpose venue, and they will be actually hosting the Men's European Championships. Will be hosted here later on this year. Oh, that's a good swing. Stysiak disappointed she didn't keep it in play. was there to be Douglas Stysiak, just so lethargic. Into the technical timeout, Netherlands lead by 3.
Kind of too easy and deep, and they know now we have to change the rhythm like they do with us, short and long, short and long. So try to change this rhythm to put them in trouble, because now they start really long and they receive little better. Okay?
Trzecia, to nie jest ok. Dobra? Jedziemy. Rezygnujemy na razie z podwójnego bloku. Rezygnujemy z podwójnego bloku. Czwórka ma być cały czas na kipce. Go!
Fans really getting behind this, getting and enjoying the whole occasion. Witnessing some great volleyball, getting to be a part of it. Bayens with the serve, Netherlands with the lead. Recovering by Kakulewska. Nice up from Udi Lutikus. Once again, you just get the feeling Stysiak doesn't like defending. Just wants to hit and serve and block. Good leave by Stenzel. Solid siding out by the Netherlands. Touch from Diekma, but it won't come into play. A stinging shot from Smarjek. Good work by Graeber. Better work by Udi Lutikus. Good touch. Nice blocking. Efemienko made sure that didn't come back over. A bit of perspiration on the court from where Graeber had gone in to make the dig earlier. That's where the perspiration was, which Efemienko was then standing in to make the block. Gierska's on, Efemienko just taking a breather. That's a fantastic dig by Stenzel. Udi Lutikus really let loose on that one. Oh, that's so unlucky. The angles were just running away, and Greve couldn't get the body position needed to get that one back over. Poland not giving up on that rally. That's top dig from Stenzel. And that was a really good touch, but unfortunately Greve couldn't get it over. Nice serve that from Diekma. And it's an unforced error from Udi Lutikus. It's the one part of the game that creeps in to put a spanner in the works now and then. Her line shot. Krasnirevich has gone off. Rozanski's come in to do some blocking. Poland need to communicate who is going to now take the ball, if they can get it into transition, because Plezhnirevich isn't on and the libro's not on either. They don't need to worry about that because Stysiak and Kakolevska have made the block. You would hope that in this situation it's Rozanski who would be the one to try and take the ball and set up either Smarjak or a ball wide for Stysiak. Stysiak it was who makes an excellent block against Timmerman. Alagierska with a good serve. Net touch against Bayens, and well, Poland creeping back in here. Bit of a worry for the Netherlands. Timeout called. Not really surprising.
The lady said you have to come before. So look, when she said you are still here, you have to be almost there. If not, we cannot play like that. Pay attention on this. It's the ball. We play, yeah? Give one. Go. Let's go.
Alright, let's go.
Daldrop's gone to the bench. And on comes Hester Jesper. You see that so often. A new player comes onto court, and whatever the serving tactic might have been, the serving tactic that takes priority is serve the person who's just come on court, especially if they've been off watching for a while. Meyers has come in, Bayens has gone off. More changes. Meyers didn't like that one. Lovely blocking from Poland. They've now edged in front. Great block from Kakolevska. Oh dear. Ace serve. Udi Lutikus shanks that one into the crowd. Poland lead by 2. Really good serving run from Alagierska. Oh, it's another one. Alagierska had a really good serving run when they were set point down in the second set. She had an ace serve just like that one. The ability for her to make the ball do that is just incredible. So difficult to read Alagierska's serving because it comes at you on a flat line and you don't know where it's going to land. Udi Lutikus getting turned. Diekma having to scramble it out wide. And that's an unforced error from Meyers, and it's all going horribly wrong here for the Netherlands. It was so close. But Poland, with a brilliant serving run, now have set point. More trouble for the Netherlands. It doesn't come back, it's a big block, it's a point for Poland. They take the set 25-20 and they lead by 2-1 over the Netherlands. Just like that, a flurry of points, and Poland take the set. Incredible end to the set. Poland have the lead. Let's have a look at the highlights. Well, it's still anyone's for the taking, really. Netherlands had a bit of a blip in that last set towards the end, and Poland stormed through to take it. A little bit of foot massage going on for Smarcek. It's so important to have healthy feet at this level. An ingrown toenail can be the end of your volleyball for a while. And also, for those of you that are kind of rising through the ranks in volleyball and starting to play more and more volleyball, you're going on training camps and things like that, make sure that you're wearing a fresh, clean pair of socks for every session that you train in. If you're doing 2 or 3 sessions a day, and you make sure you take those socks off afterwards, walk around in your sliders or flip-flops, whatever it might be, because the last thing you want is things like athlete's foot and that kind of stuff going on, because your feet are so important to your ability to play volleyball. And make sure as well that you change your shoes. You should get through a pair of volleyball shoes every sort of 5 to 6 months if you're training regularly. And make sure you're also wearing the right footwear as well. There are specialist volleyball shoes that you should wear. Wearing trainers, running shoes is the last thing you should be wearing for volleyball, because they have a high heel. They don't have the rigidity you need. They don't have the absorption either in the heel, and also volleyball shoes have a little circle on them, a bit like badminton shoes and so on, where enable you to turn your forefoot and make movements. Fourth set about to get underway. Netherlands with the serve, and it's first point for Poland. Poland leading by 2-1. Oh, it's a good serve. Udiluticus was targeted in the last set, and it's, funnily enough, the same person, Alagaeska, who finished off the last set by serving at Udiluticus, is starting this set by doing the same thing. And it's another point for Poland. If Poland get off to an early start, a big lead here early on, that could be real trouble for the Netherlands. So Alessandro Beltrami has called timeout.
We take an ace, that can happen. The second ball, we leave on 3 meters in the middle of the court. We have to create an attack. We have to attack. To score point, we have to attack. We don't need to be perfect. We have to arrange what is going on. If we want to be perfect, we lose that before. We don't need to be perfect. We arrange something. We take an ace, we leave the ball in the middle, we play, we do rush shot, we use blockout, and we go. Go! Let's go!
Alessandro Beltrami trying to keep his cool, but it's not quite within the Italian character, and very different to Jamie Morrison. Jamie Morrison unavailable for this match today. Has to deal with some family business, who can't be here, so the assistant Alessandro taking over. And you know, when you've been watching Jamie coaching, he's very proactive, very positive. I like this, I like that, we want to do this, we want to do that. Not quite the same, so that's something you have to deal with when you're a player at this level. Coaches come and go and you move from club to club. You have to get on and deal with it. That's a very good swing. Netherlands get their side out. Timmerman now with the serve. Too many unforced errors at the moment for the Netherlands, which is giving Poland this lead. Good ball in. Stysiak works it off the block. Lovely setting by Plesnirovic. Stysiak will get ready with a jump serve. Oh, what a dig that is from Stenzel. Oh, well, you just have to have a giggle, don't you? Because there's nothing you can do about that as the Dutch side. And have someone like Kakolewska on your team who can stand there and do that. Just like Muzeski does for Russia indoors for the men. Kakolewska able to stand there and just volley it straight over the net without even having to jump. Such a good asset to have. Look at that. You can't play against that. Into the technical timeout. Poland with a huge lead. Is there a way back for the Netherlands? The crowd certainly hope so. Well, this Polish side really are showing great potential. Perhaps maybe even will reach the heights of the good old days, as it were, when the likes of Skowronska was playing and Belgorod, Glinka and Svianovic really did have some fantastic players at the end of the 90s, early 2000s and so on. Maybe this is a generation of players now who can put Poland women's volleyball back up in the higher echelons where it belongs. Stysiak Still a challenging block here for the Netherlands to have to deal with, although it'll be free ball now. But very well played, because Plesnirovic had to set it. Couldn't set it for someone to have attacked straight away, but really good work by Smarcek, prowling around the net, waiting for the ball to come over. We're watching, making sure that the ball didn't come back first time, and then when it did, Smarcek had a free swing. The ball from Jesper under pressure. Another good dig. That time Udi Lutikus getting in on the action. That's more like it from the Netherlands, something for the crowd to shout about. It's all going well for the Polish fans at the moment. This is a nice point for the Netherlands. Top swing that from Jesper. Well placed by Luis. Could see that Kakolevska was trying to get in and close down that opportunity to hit the overpass. Just placed it into the corner away from where anyone was defending. No one could quite get the control they needed. Desperate effort, that, by the Netherlands. Diekman saw where it went, got a second touch on it, and then no one could take it back over the net. Clever play from Grebe to work the block. Kakolevska with the serve. Alagierska into the front row now for Poland. Oh, it's a good dig. That's a bonus dig if you get middle blockers who can make defense like that. Smarcek a little too wide, which brought Alagierska with her, opened up the cross court for Udi Lutikus to put the ball away. Nice play by Kakolevska. But the Netherlands had to go again. Oh, a little bit of luck for Timmerman. She got blocked, it came back off her shoulder and went over. Certainly wasn't intentional. It was very fortuitous. That was a miss hit from Smarcek. And it just clips Diekman as it goes past. Well, the referee was a little bit late to make that decision. Diekman knows it came off her shoulder. Referee spotting it eventually. So Grebe back with the serve. Poland leading by 6 and by 2 sets to 1. Good up by Nip. Good up by Stenzel. Libro's working hard. Oh, that's probably even better. Best of the 3 so far. Oh, yes, come on, get in. Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Has that landed in? No, it hasn't, but there might be a challenge. But what a rally that was. Absolutely fantastic. The 2 Libros getting involved, and just when it looked like Stenzel had got beaten, teammates come to the rescue in what is, without a doubt, a mega rally. It was Nip and Stenzel, Nip and then Stenzel again, but the chase to keep the ball in play off this play from Gruber, absolutely phenomenal. Stenzel hoiks it back. And then did that land in? No, it didn't. So it will be Netherlands ball, despite the fact Poland are going to challenge it. That was, without doubt, the rally of the match so far. And for those of you supporting Netherlands and thinking, well, the commentator's a bit biased, isn't he? Shouting for that one to go in. Just a neutral who loves the game and wanted that rally to continue because it deserved it after the chase. And for those of you supporting Poland will also have been wanting exactly the same thing, and no doubt those of you that are neutral were wanting that. So is there a net? Oh, well, that won't count. For those of you that have been watching earlier, I mentioned that earlier, and the hair touching the net is not a fault. The ball was still in play, it was still travelling, so the ponytail touching the net isn't a fault. And Netherlands will take the point. Oh, goodness me. Stenzel can't believe it. She didn't mean for that to happen, but she's very happy it did. Digging that ball onto the net so it just trickled over. Alagaska with the serve, going at Udi Lutikas. That's a good ball in from the youngster, and they get off that rotation early, just what they needed. They don't ship any points. The angles were running away from Stysiak as it got outside the antenna. The only place the ball could go was cross-court. Netherlands had it all covered. Poland can't afford to switch off here. They have to remain focused, keep siding out. Otherwise, the Netherlands will be right back in this, which if you're a neutral, you'll want, and if you're supporting the Netherlands, you'll definitely want. Stysiak has gone to sleep. 2 unforced errors in a row from her. Netherlands now just 3 behind. Poland called the timeout. Stysiak apologises for her 2 errors.
Zrobimy 7 punktów przewagi i wygramy to z lekkim sercem. Trzeba, tak jak powiedziałem, to wszystko wyszarpać. Wypracować, wyszarpać, staranne piłki sytuacyjne, wewnątrz boiska gramy, tu się nie starajmy dociągnąć. Madzia, jak coś tego jest, dobry podwójny blok, zamach, kiwka do środka, ok? Nie zawsze ten sam typ ataku. Próbujemy, go!
Nice early call and a good leave. That will go Poland's way. It was funny because it was blocked back as the middle was coming in and almost set for the middle to have the swing for the Netherlands. Krajnirovic will serve. That means it's Smarcek, Kekolewska and Stysiak in the front row for Poland, as we've been seeing as the rotations have gone around, and it's Stysiak one-on-one against Myers, who makes the block. And this is why the Poland coach, as we move into the second technical timeout, will overlook some of the errors that the likes of Stysiak and Kakulewska make. Stysiak's not been so great with defense, but her jump serving, her blocking and her spiking have made up for it.
They need to spark and also do deep, especially when the ball is really fast, everybody's long, and there's number 9 behind. So remember this, what we did before. Let's go! Let's go!
Nie o to chodzi. Gramy po prostej, też chodzi o obronę po skosie. Trzymamy się tego kierunku, dziewczyny jeszcze jest za mało.
Of course, being as young as they are, the likes of Stysiak and co, those technical deficiencies they have, there's still plenty of time for those to be coached out during their club seasons, and particularly when they come to the national team, they can work on technical elements. And when they do, and if they do, just think of how much better the players will become. And it's also in the players' interest as well to look back and look at their performances, look at the technical elements where they can improve, because ultimately they want to be playing in the highest divisions possible and earning as much money as they can in what is a relatively short career in volleyball. Like most sports at the top level. That's a great serve for Poland, and a little ace serve for Pleśnierowicz. The sorry, not sorry. Another good serve. Uli Lucas can't get it in for a quick ball to be run of any kind, but might be a chance now, though. Certainly a quicker ball out wide. Yes, but into the block for a continuation. Another chance. And Pleśnierowicz keeps it in play. Oh, that's a bit tight. Too tight. And too wide as well. Netherlands are having to work so hard in order to get their points. Poland have got a firm grip on this set at the moment. Myers back to the serving line. Good ball in from Graber. What a great set though from Pleśnierowicz. They're always walking a psychological tightrope in volleyball. A couple of points and mentally things can start to go wrong if those points are errors that you make. Suddenly feel like you're losing your balance, losing your focus, but then the other team can just let you off. In other words, give you a helping hand and get you back on that straight and narrow. That was a gift from the Netherlands because they had Poland a little worried then. Touch from Smarcek. Lovely block from Jesper. Knew exactly where that was going. Straight down. Smarcek, the only front court player, and Pleśnierowicz couldn't go in and block. She's back court. Lovely. Kakulewska straight through the middle. Good dig. Well watched by Pleśnierowicz. Free ball though for the Netherlands. Not a good ball in, and now momentum back here in this rally with Poland. Oh, that's a great dig. Can it come back? Unfortunately not. That would have been even better than the one Poland had it come back. Netherlands call the timeout. Well, the big three for Poland have done all the damage in this match. Smarcek 22 points, Stysiak 12, Kakulewska 11.
So what we speak about tactic, stay in the middle against middle blocker, stay a little more in the middle in defense, so you were not here before, we said before, doesn't matter, and try to score side out. We keep the ball middle off, we can play because it was good, it's a good swing, we have to be patient. They defense a lot, be patient, let's go!
Good ball up that from Kakulewska, and a top swing again from Smarcek. Jesper got onto it, but not sure she got a call from Nip to say just a touch. Maybe Nip could have brought it back. Kakulewska's to serve. Oh, it's a brilliant serve from her. It's another one that drops like a stone the moment it's gone over the net. And Poland now are 4 points away from victory. Touch by Pleznirovic. Another free ball here for Poland. This time 3 front court attackers available. Pleznirovic has a quick look through the net to see whether she could get Alagaeska away, and she did. Just a little check to see where Luis was, where the outside blockers were as well. She knew that there was a gap, a little chance to go through the middle, and she took it. Trying to generate some positivity and enthusiasm for the team, that it's not over yet. It's still possible that they can come back. They will need an exceptional serving run. That ball is buried down the line by Smarcek. She'll go back to serve. Poland now 2 away from beating the Netherlands. Take a breath for Smarcek, goes through her pre-serve routine. Lovely hit from Udi Lutikas. And gets the better of the block and Smarcek down the line. Right through Pleznirovic's hands. Arms, I should say. Diekma to serve. Pleznirovic trying what Diekma's been trying in the game. Diekma made it work. Pleznirovic doesn't, but that's a really good piece of covering by Myers. Did Lutikas get hands? No, she didn't. Went for the wipe off. Pleznirovic took her hands away. It's now match point for Poland. Nawrocki will be delighted if they can get it done first time of asking. They might well do. Oh, no, they won't. Better chance now, maybe, for the Netherlands. They need this for side out. Well, they haven't got it. Smarcek for the match. She's done it. And Poland have done it. First time of asking, they take the set, 25-15, and they have beaten the Netherlands by 3 sets to 1. It's been a fantastic week 2 for Poland. They beat Bulgaria, they beat Brazil, and they have beaten the Netherlands. plenty of positives, though, for the Netherlands, despite the defeat. And also their defeat to Brazil. They beat Bulgaria. But they know that it's a young squad, a developing squad for the first couple of weeks of the VNL. But brilliant as far as Poland are concerned. This challenger team making a name for themselves in the Volleyball Nations League in 2019. And if things continue to go as well as they are on course to even make it through to the finals in China. Poland engineered one match point. They only needed one. They got it done at the first time of asking, and this is how it was done. Really good pickup from Stenzel with the pancake, and then a good pickup as well from Graber, and eventually it was Smarchek who put the ball away. It was her 21st point to go with her 2 blocks, and then the team could start to celebrate. A happy coach as well. Well, a fantastic crowd here, really appreciating not just the home team, but also the visiting teams. They really love their volleyball in the Netherlands. Getting a close-up then of the assistant coach.